Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. It is time now, and for the first time this season, to cross over to the Copa del Rey. It's Cornella against Barça in what could be a fascinating fixture, with plenty of our young players expected here to get a chance in the first team, and we're playing a team who are effectively our city rivals. It's all coming up, everything we could see tomorrow. So let's get to it. Kickoff will be coming to us at 9 PM local time, live there from Camp Municipal de Cornella, which, as you can see right here, it is literally right next door to Espanyol Stadium. If it was any closer to Espanyol Stadium, we'd probably be playing Espanyol. So this game right here, just across the city, it's also being played on an artificial pitch, which won't be easy. And here are the times right around the world for you guys for a game here that could be interesting. I also want to bring your attention once again to the Flick chat, because again, there is an opportunity for you guys to win yourself some cash, absolutely free to enter. Just leave your predictions over on the app there for Barça versus Cornella, and it doesn't end there either, because there's also chances to win in Man City against Aston Villa, Fulham against Man United, and Liverpool against Burnley. Get yourselves over there now and get involved in those free to win competitions, and I'll also be leaving some links for this game because I know many of you do struggle to watch the Copa del Rey, so head over to the app for all of that good stuff. But in terms of this game right here, guys, there's two things that I would say before we even get started on who exactly could feature in this game, because I feel as though we can't really afford here to take Cornella lightly for two reasons. Number one, it's a one-legged tie. Here in the round of 32, it is only over one leg, which in a cup competition like this, especially when you're going away from home on a difficult sort of pitch, it can be tricky. We saw that last season when we went to Ibiza. It was a really tight game, and it was anything but a walk in the park. And number two, of course, let's not forget, Cornella are only here because in the last round, they beat Atlético Madrid. And yes, Atlético rotated their team, but again, it was away for Atlético. It was a tough game for them, and they ended up losing. So we cannot take this game too lightly. What we can do, though, is take a lot of heart, a lot of comfort from the fact that before Christmas, Barça B also took a trip to Cornella, and they came out on top, winning there by a 0-0, courtesy of COLLADO, and he's one of many emerging talents who'll be desperate for their opportunity in tomorrow's game. But, of course, having said that there about not taking Cornella lightly, for me, in my mind, there is still no question about it that we should be rotating. We should still be rotating our team very heavily, and we should be beating Cornella. And I think you guys are very much in agreement with that too. I think we saw against Sociedad in the Super Cup that went all the way to penalties, a very tired team, and then in the final against Athletic, it was even worse. They were out on their feet in the end. And of course, there are two games, both heading to extra time over the course of just a few days. All of those players, I'd say, need that rest, and that's why here, let's see some rotation. One thing, though, that I do have to note here about the Copa del Rey games as we move on to the team selection is that at any given time, only 4 Barcelona B players are permitted to be in the lineup. So you can only start there with 4 B players in your team, and if you bring one on off the bench, one of them then has to go off. That's a rule that's been in place now for a long, long time in the Copa, so you can't go absolutely crazy. But I do want to highlight 4 players who, in my opinion, from the B team, should start this game. Player number 1 would be Oscar MINGUEZA. He is still surprisingly registered there as a Barcelona B player. Of course, he spent much of the season with the first team, but he is still a B player, and I think he would slot in there nicely at centre-back. He's had a lot of games recently, at times at right-back, but I would play them there at the centre of defence, and he is a player that we have been impressed with throughout the season. MINGUEZA starting in our defence. Player number 2, though, is another defender, and somebody who I am desperate to see in this game. It is Alejandro Balde, who is a 17-year-old left-back, and this is a player that I think we really do have to see in the team for a number of reasons. Not only there is he extremely talented, he looks set there to make really quick progression to the first team. He's already made himself a fixture in Pimienta's B team so far this season. He's also caught the eye of Ronald Koeman too. I think it'd be really exciting here to see somebody who's lightning quick. He loves to get forward, traditional Barcelona left-back, and he also has a really good eye for a pass as well in the final third. And I just think there, with the struggles that we've been seeing from Jordi Alba, Junior Firpo too, this is an opportunity for Alejandro Balde to show his quality. B player number 3 would be ILIAX MORIBA, and this is a player again that I'm really excited to see finally get an opportunity there with the first team. He is still so young. He's also somebody there who's sort of fast-tracked his way into the potential of a first team debut, and of course recently we have seen him involved in a few squad lists as well. He's been right on the periphery of a first team appearance, and I think this is guaranteed to be his time at the heart of midfield, somebody there who can play box to box, somebody who's got good technical quality too. We are all excited to see this young man get his chance. Welcome to the first team, ILIAX MORIBA. And finally, player number 4 would be another player who's been right on the borderline this season of making that step up to the first team. It's CONRAD de la Fuente. I think he's been actually quite unlucky not to get more appearances, especially given the fact that we've had injuries in wide areas, we have players who are out of form, and I think he should have actually received plenty more opportunities than he has this season. But surely here, it's a big chance now for Koeman to start him, and we can see what CONRAD can do. As he's shown many times with Barça B, this man, he has quality. Which means that when you're starting there, those 4 Barcelona B players, who do you play around them? And of course here, you want to try and find the right balance between giving young players an opportunity, rotating a team, but also winning the game. So in goal, I would start there with Neto. I think it's almost guaranteed that he's going to start this game. There's a few rumours that Neto actually wants to leave this month because he's not getting enough game time, so he's going to start certainly in goal. Alongside MINGUEZA, I would then go certainly for Samuel Umtiti. These are the kind of games that it'd be good for him to actually play 90 minutes, get more football under his belt, and ultimately just get back on the right road to being the player that he once was. So I'm sitting there alongside MINGUEZA and BALDE at left back. Now at right back, I would actually play Junior Firpo. Now you might say, oh, could he play at left back? Would it be unfair there to switch him over to the right? I just think right now, Dest is injured. MINGUEZA doesn't really fit that role perfectly, and I think Firpo has shown that when it comes down to it, he can play on that side. So I go Firpo right back, Alejandro Balde at left back. Alongside ILIAX MORIBA in midfield, it simply has to be Riqui Puig. He's got to start this game. Ronald Koeman, there is no excuses coming into this not to play Riqui Puig from the start. I'd love to see him there at the base of that midfield to actually show that he can play in different roles and that he can be a part of this Koeman system. So Puig and MORIBA there in midfield. Alongside CONRAD, I would have on the right-hand side Francisco Trincao. A massive game for him. I truly believe this is a big opportunity for Trincao from the start. I think he'll definitely start this game. He's still looking for that elusive first Barcelona goal. It would do him the world of good to get some confidence going in a game like this. And down the middle, I would here play a bit of strength. I would actually start Antoine Griezmann. Now, I know you're probably thinking, does Griezmann need a bit of rest? But I actually think Griezmann is one of the fittest players and somebody who can consistently keep himself at that top physical level in this entire team. And we still do need goals. He scored 2 against Athletic. I think he was extremely unlucky in that game not to win us the trophy. I think you continue that here. Maybe he won't play, but I would just keep him there to give us some goals alongside. Up front, Martin Braithwaite to also help us get through. And I think that basically combines a bit of experience there and a bit of quality with Griezmann, Braithwaite to get us some goals, but also so much young talent, so much quality. And then off the bench, you're looking at the likes of Alex Collado. I hope that he can get some minutes here with the first team. And I don't know if we'll see him tomorrow, but JANDRO ORELLANA is a player that I really do like from Barça B. Every time I sit down and watch them, I think him in midfield, at the base of that midfield, so good on the ball. Some excellent passes that he can produce, so composed. And he's certainly a player that I keep an eye on, even if he doesn't play in tomorrow's game. There's still question marks over MATHEUS FERNANDES and whether Koeman will be giving him any minutes, even though he said today that he should be going out on loan. And of course, it'll be very interesting to see tomorrow what happens. But personally, I'm excited. And instead of giving a prediction in today's video, guys, what I want to say is one thing. I think in a game like this, what's really important is that we don't expect miracles from these young players, because a lot of the time, of course, we're very excited to see them go out there on the field against a team like Cornella, but at the same time, they're not going to click into place and be amazing right from the off, because many of these players here are going to be playing in a team that they've never really played in before. They've never really played with the players that are around them, so those combinations, they do take time to get going. So let's not expect absolutely sparkling form from the off, but hopefully as the game goes on, they can get in the groove, they can get playing the way they want to play and just show that kind of quality. But it is going to be tough, it's a difficult place to go, and it's a difficult pitch to play on. So please, Do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What I really want to know is, what would your starting lineup be? Which 4B players would you include from the off? And is there anybody there for a bit of experience that you would also include? Let me know all of those thoughts down below. I will see you tomorrow for the reaction to this one. And of course, join me there, like I say, over on the Flick Chat. You can find that link in the description down below. I'll catch you soon, guys. And I thank you, as always, for your excellent support. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.